Hello everyone, and welcome to the next episode of Journey to Mortal Kombat 11. Okay, so I have been working my way up to this video ever since I started this little series. To recap, I talked about the characters that should return that were playable in MK9 and MKX. I talked about characters who deserve a second chance that were not playable in MK9 or MKX. I talked about who has been killed in the games and comic series, who might not return to the roster or be in the game at all, and I talked about what the story might be and who might be DLC. And no matter what I say in this video, I am not going to please everyone. There is no possible way that I can make everyone happy when I am naming who I think will be in the main roster. But again, I have to say, this is not a wish list series. This is all being predicted based off of all the information that MKX has left us at the end of the game. So I am trying my best not to be biased for any characters. So take this list with a grain of salt and really think it over. If I am adding a character to this predictions list, then there is a reason that I did. Because they do have to factor into the story mode of the game in some way that makes sense. So to begin, I think that there will be 30 characters in the main roster. And let's get the characters out of the way who we know for a fact will be in the game. Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Raiden, Liu Kang, Kitana, Johnny Cage, Cassie Cage, Kung Lao, Kun Jin, Jacqueline Briggs, Takeda Takahashi, Kotal Khan, Aaron Black, Tanya, Sazoth. Oh, you don't know who Sazoth is? It's Reptile, and Devora. Told you all I am not being biased, stupid bitch. I'm going to take a wild guess, and I'm going to guess that there is at least going to be 2 new characters. So let's add 2 new characters to the list as well. Now let's get into the area where it gets a little tricky. Ermac and/or Shang Tsung. I still don't exactly know if one or both will be in the game, as this one is hard to determine. On one hand, Ermac is with Kotal Khan and would be helping with the fight against Dark Raiden as he attacks Outworld, which makes a lot of sense. On the other hand, Shang Tsung could... Actually, I don't know what he would be doing in Mortal Kombat 11. What would his motives be? Shao Kahn is dead, Quan Chi is dead, his greatest enemies, Liu Kang and Raiden, have gone to the dark side. So I don't know what he'd be doing. And also, we are lacking a sorcerer in the game after both Quan Chi and Shang Tsung have died. Li Mei. She deserves a second chance to be in Mortal Kombat. She was pushed to a background character in MKX for a 15 to 20 second scene, and then she was never mentioned again. She could help fight with the special forces after they helped her take her people in when her village was being attacked. Serena. Again, another character who was pushed to the background, but at least we got to see her fight against Kitana in a cutscene. It might have been cooler to see her using her demonic abilities against Kitana in the fight, but she could join Sub-Zero as he is the one who helped free her from Quan Chi's control, as it did seem it was canon after she mentioned it in the cutscene with Kitana. I can't believe I'm saying this. I think Boraicho will make it into Mortal Kombat 11. With Earthrealm, led by Dark Raiden, and the war against Outworld/Netherrealm coming, we might see him going to his homeworld of Outworld to train the warriors to fight back against the Earthrealm invaders. Which actually makes sense, and if the entire farting thing is taken out, I might actually like him more as the Drunken Master. Frost. These fucking characters being pushed to background roles in MKX. Anyways, Frost, after being frozen in MKX by Sub-Zero, could rebel against him, seeing him working with Scorpion, and knowing that they are old enemies, she could think Sub-Zero is getting soft. She could have a fight with both Sub-Zero and Serena while trying to take Sub-Zero down. Frost could be a lighter version of Sub-Zero, maybe instead of throwing an ice ball, she throws icicles. And she could freeze the same way she did in Deadly Alliance by having a path of ice going across the ground towards the enemy. Injustice 2 gave Sub-Zero many different abilities in the gear system, so there is a good chance that was the way they were testing out different abilities. Woojin. Again, another character pushed to the background at the beginning of the game only to never be seen again. Seeing that Raiden is going evil, Woojin could be the one to take him out in MK11. Raiden, the God of Thunder, versus Woojin, the God of Wind. Sounds like a good fight in the story mode. Smoke/Ice. Enenra. I don't care what you would be called, but I think he would be called Enenra in the end, since in his MK9 ladder ending he was taken over by a demon, and then in MKX it was confirmed when he said, "Smoke is dead, I am Enenra." Give him some new looking abilities with darker looking smoke that includes this demon in his moves, and he will be very interesting. Noob Saibot. Are you guys happy now? I am talking about Noob Saibot. I still had to count him dead in the dead video because we never saw him live from the Soulnado. Anyways, Noob could be the new champion of the useless Elder Gods. After they see what has happened to Raiden, they send Noob to put Raiden in his place, which would make a lot of people very happy to see Raiden get his ass kicked. Oh, and to have Noob Saibot back in the game. Jade. Seeing that she was brought back to life by Quan Chi in MK9, and then in MKX we never saw her Revenant form or was even mentioned. I believe this spirit that took over Jade freed her from Quan Chi's control. After she was freed, she set off to try and free her friend Katana from her Revenant bindings, and then could probably do the same for Liu Kang as well, whether it is either freeing him or having to kill him again. And to give you guys a heads up, this is where I got stuck for several long days while writing this script. It was getting harder and harder to think of characters who would work in the story mode. Again, most of the characters would indeed also have to work in the story of the game and contribute something to it. I would like to think Raiden would not be the main villain of the game because, come on, it's Raiden. Fucking Raiden. Raiden is so useless since he is weakened outside of Earthrealm. He would be the last person I would ever think to be a threat. Think about it for a few moments. Put Raiden, Revenant, Liu Kang, and Katana, and Onaga side by side, and guess who is the biggest threat? And who is the person that you could probably hit with a twig and they would spontaneously combust? So for now, since I'm on the last two characters I need to add to this list, I'm going to say Dagon and Onaga. First, Dagon. He was last seen talking to Goro in the MKX comics about helping Goro get his arms back through Onaga's regenerative abilities. Seeing that Goro is half dragon, he would be the perfect candidate to be the new host for Onaga. We would lose Goro, but we would get the Dragon King Onaga in his place. And then Dagon could be working alongside of Onaga with his Red Dragon army behind him to help Onaga regain his immortal army or whatever Onaga is desiring. And lastly, Onaga, who can be the real big bad guy of the game and hopefully not be pushed to a background role where we only see him 1 or 2 times. Again, he is a great villain who shouldn't lose until the very last fight of the entire game. And if anyone fights against him, it should be an automatic loss. It would show he isn't some little bitch who gets his ass kicked at every turn, or some random special forces member who couldn't even take down Sub-Zero and his Lin Kuei ninja army! MK11 needs to have a big boss for everyone to go up against, and Onaga would be the absolute best pick no matter what. And as a bonus character, as a pre-order bonus, it will be Shao Kahn. I got nothing to say to that. And those are 30 characters that I came up with for the final roster of Mortal Kombat 11, plus 1 pre-order bonus character. I have absolutely no idea if these characters will be in the final game, but if I got more than half of these correct, then I would be incredibly surprised. Especially Dagon Onaga, as I threw them in after running out of characters that actually made sense to add in. And if I were to be biased for a moment, I want Molina in the game. I just want Molina, period. She is my favorite Mortal Kombat character. I think it was a stupid decision in the way they killed her off, and if they do bring her back with the clone angle, I'll be very disappointed. But if she was in the game and her resurrection made sense, I would be happy. But as my personal pick for the roster, Molina would be at the top. Would it be funny if I did all of this only to find out that Shaolin Monks 2 was the next game that was going to come out instead of Mortal Kombat 11? Well guys, E3 is right around the corner, and with it will come the reveal of NetherRealm Studios' next game. When the trailer comes out, I will try and have a reaction video for it, and maybe for other games that look interesting to me. I'm not really sure. How well did you guys think I did, and how many of these characters do you think will be in the final release? Please like, comment, and subscribe for more. Hit that notification bell to be up to date on when I upload, and follow me on Twitter for when I treat things when I feel like it. And next time on the journey to Mortal Kombat 11. Well, you're just waiting until E3, so until next time.
Finish him. Your soul is mine.